I hope I can record this video within the time frame I have with the sun, because the sun is setting very soon, so I will make sure that this video is short and let you know about my trip to Egypt. So I was in Egypt 1 month ago and it was for 2 weeks, fortunately. I am very glad that it was not that long because I was very disappointed about my trip. Usually we only travel, not usually, we always only travel on a budget, on a low budget, and we never go with travel agencies or with all-inclusive trips. So we did the same with Egypt. We had a great flight, a direct flight from Poland with a lot, and same with the coming back. I was very happy about that because I really didn't want to be staying in another country and waiting for another flight. So yeah, we did Cairo first for 4 days or 3 nights. Yeah, 3 nights. So every town we stayed was for 3 nights. So we did Cairo, then Hurghada, and then Luxor, and then came back to Cairo. And this was in January 2025. So in Cairo we stayed with a couch surfer. He gave us his flat and it was super near to the Civilization Museum. Unfortunately, they didn't have a different price for foreigners. Well, foreigners means European and people who are blonde, who look different than Arabs. So they had the same price for both of them. So when it is when you go to the pyramids or other places, you have different price for Arabs and Egyptians, the same, and then the rest of the people they have much more expensive. So yeah, we started with that one. It was really great. We saw the mummies, we saw many things there. Yeah, it was nice. We also went to the hanging church. Oh, what a peaceful place there it was. So, and then the next day we went to the pyramids. Very impressive, very impressive. I think like when you see it in the pictures, it gives you an impression, but then when you see it in person, it's a wow effect directly. I was disappointed there that you couldn't pay by cash. I don't know why. I saw in some comments that they are trying to avoid or reduce corruption. But I think corruption, you cannot end it with digital payment, because I know that people from other countries, like in Africa or I don't know where else, some of people don't have a credit card or a debit card and use only cash mainly. So you can ask there for someone in the cash machine to pay for you, and you give them cash. So yeah, inside there are many people with a badge who are not working in the pyramids. No, they are having their horses or their trips, or they are like tourist agents. So they try to sell you something, but they act as if they are working there or that they are security, and they ask you for your passport or they ask you for your ticket. So please never give your passport to these people, or never give your passport to anyone except if it was the police. Yeah, so they ask you for that, and then they tell you, oh, I will give you a good price for the horse, or I give you a good price for my camel. The prices are written at the entry for the horse and for the camels. So make sure that you read that so they don't overcharge you. But you can always negotiate that price, of course. However, I wouldn't take those animals because we saw how they were treated. It was just horrible. And the horse is taken with a carriage with many people through desert, like the dunes, like to have like these Instagram shots up by a hill. And it's so it's very difficult to go through this sandy ground with many people, and they are hitting these horses. We saw also one guy hitting a horse of another man with a stone to his muzzle. I think we call it muzzle, to his mouth, because he was disturbing his own horse. It was very sad to see like how the animals, the camels as well, are treated. So we don't want to contribute to that. We don't want. Yeah, but it was all the time someone wants to sell you something, and even the people who work at the pyramid, they make it as if they are giving you a favor to let you go first or pass, and then they ask for money. So they never do something out of generosity or out of or just do their job. They ask for a tip all the time, even for something they didn't work for it. So another thing that we went out and then we came back. You cannot do that, by the way. I just got lucky because I asked for permission to go out and come back, but then they don't accept that. We wanted to have a shortcut because we didn't just want to go all around to enter to the Sphinx. We just wanted to have a shortcut to see the sunset. And someone blocked the road there, and he told us no, you cannot enter. And then directly someone behind us just gave him money and he entered. And we could have done the same as well. He told another couple no, and then they said, oh, we can pay, and they entered. Like, what the hell? It's not big money, like, because it's just 10 Egyptian pounds, maybe it's 1 zloty or less, but you cannot do that. You cannot do that. It's very low for me. Same for policemen. They take tips to allow you to do anything you want. So even you cannot climb the pyramids, but if you tip the policeman, you can climb there, have pictures, and get down, and you're okay. So you can do really whatever you want, break the rules if you have money. Yes. All right, and then another day we went to Saqqara, and there we made the mistake of our lives. We didn't go with a driver. It's a huge place and there is no infrastructure for like buses or there's no buses. There are no buses, so you can only go there in a private tour, or you pay for a taxi. And we didn't. We just took a taxi to the entry and we let him go, and we went on our own, and it was far to walk. So yeah, it was very tiring, but it was very, very well worth it to see the pyramids there, the first pyramid built. It was really nice. And then fortunately we found a taxi to go back to Cairo. It was a hassle. It was a hassle to find one. I recommend to have the application called, it's not Uber, it's not Karim, it's the other one, InDrive. Yes, InDrive. In Egypt, we used it all over Egypt, in the 3 cities where we were, and it worked every time. Uber doesn't work in Luxor, I guess, and InDrive works. And the beauty of InDrive is that you can put your price. It gives you the suggestion of the price, and you can put the price higher. Even the taxi driver can negotiate the price before accepting the ride. So it's really great, and we find more cars with InDrive than with Uber. Sorry. And yeah, that was with Cairo. Very noisy at night. Couldn't sleep. It was horrible. They are honking. Same like in India. Yeah. And then we went to Hurghada. We used Go Bus because that was the most advertised everywhere on YouTube, and we didn't know that there are other buses. So Go Bus is more expensive, even with the lower class or economy class. You can find other companies for buses, and you will have a better upgrade with the same price for economy with Go Bus. This we didn't know until the end of our trip. So that's a tip for you. Check other buses like White Bus, and other many local ones. Yeah, so we took a bus to Hurghada. It was whole day. It took us maybe 12 hours. It was tiring. Anyway, we survived. Take your own food, take your own water, because where they stop, the food is more expensive. And also you need to pay for the bathroom everywhere you stop. Yeah. In Hurghada, we had a nightmare with booking. Well, it's not booking, it's that there are people renting their place on booking. So we found a romantic lodge. The pictures seemed okay. It was a budget-friendly place. So we went there and it was dirty, super dirty. I didn't want to stay there. We were complaining to booking. They didn't want to do anything. Yeah, and they didn't do anything. That woman also, she said, well, if you care about hygiene, go to a 5-star hotel. Yeah. So we lost our money. We booked for 2 nights, but we didn't stay there. We went to a hotel. It was an apartment hotel, so you rent like an apartment and you have your kitchen with all appliances that you need, a clean bathroom, and they come every day, ask you if they need to clean anything, and they change the towels, they take the garbage. It was really awesome. 3-star hotel with a rooftop swimming pool and access to the beach. Speaking of the beach, that was a cultural shock, I would say. Maybe cultural, maybe governmental shock. I don't know how to call this kind of shock, but I was surprised to see that all the beaches in Hurghada were privately owned. So you couldn't go to the shore and have a long walk and enjoy the beach or go for a jog. Nope. Many beaches were privately owned by hotels, so they were so narrow that maybe it was with 10 meter long. Some of them longer, some of them maximum 10 meters long, and you cannot cross between them. They have like fences, and even when you are swimming, if someone from the security from that hotel sees you, they will whistle. But yeah, so unless you go to this Makadi Bay or where there are like those 5-star hotels, they have longer shore. But then you would really just go there to the beach and lay down and snorkel. Snorkeling was so great. Even in January, you are able to snorkel, but I was so cold when I went out from the water. The water was warm, but then from outside, it was like 22 degrees. It was a bit windy and you don't really feel warm, so I did it only once. But we saw beautiful fish, beautiful corals. Unfortunately, people step on them. I saw someone stepping on corals. Like it was like common sense, but also the beaches, they don't have a sign of ways to snorkel. So yeah, environment does not exist, the ecosystem does not exist there in Egypt. Like they don't care about it. Trash everywhere. They even throw their, we call it in Polish, shambo, sewage at the Nile. We saw that. We saw a truck with sewage water dumped into the Nile. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was another story. Yes. Okay. So Hurghada is mostly for relaxing, for enjoying the beach. I wouldn't say to go there for in the winter because I don't know. I like to swim. I don't like just to lay down and have a tan. Yeah, and there are many foreigners there in Hurghada. There are foreigners or expats who live there in Hurghada, and we saw that there are many, many Russians. The public beach, though, it exists. Short one, not that short, but it is closed, so you need to climb the fences to get there. And we got there, and it was dirty. There was a spot where it was not dirty, so we were just like sitting and enjoying the sea. But yeah, it was dirty. Then, we went from Hurghada to Luxor, and it took 8 hours. It's shorter distance. And Luxor, we started to get fed up. We were fed up of people. We were just like, we wanna. Well, especially me. I wanted to go home. I was fed up of Egyptians. Because they were harassing us all the time, like to buy something, to go with them. Oh, this road is closed, please come with me. And we were scammed more in Luxor than anywhere else. And I was thinking that my Arabic skills will get me less scammed, I would say. Maybe it helped, but at the same day, I got scammed maybe twice. And I was furious because it hurts that someone from the same ethnicity, let's say, scams you while you are a tourist in their country. Like, I don't know, I got hurt. My feelings got hurt. So when you go to restaurants, this I didn't see in Cairo. Maybe I didn't go to touristy places, but sometimes, or most of restaurants, they have two menus. They have Arabic menu and an English menu. And the Arabic menu has also the numbers different. It's Persian number, if I remember correctly from my studies. And we studied that at school. So I can read Arabic and I can read the numbers as well. So I was all the time taking the Arabic one. But at that restaurant, they charged me with the English menu. So the English menu was more expensive. And I didn't know that because I didn't open that English menu. And also they put in the bill that I ate meat. And I'm vegetarian. So how come I ate meat? Oh la la, oh la la. That I was so furious. I was so furious. And before also I got scammed in Cairo. He gave me the double price for what I ordered. But at that time, at that moment, I didn't catch it until I was walking. I was thinking, oh gosh, like that was not really the price. Yeah, anyway. But I didn't go back. And that time I was like, no, I'm standing for my rights. You decrease the price because this is not what I ate. And this is not the price that is written in this menu. Yeah. Very disappointed. Again, we went to juice place. I ordered juice, and then at the same day at night we went to with our host in Luxor from couchsurfing. He bought the juice. We asked him how much it was, and it was 10 Egyptian pounds, and we bought it for 30 pounds. It's not a big money, but I was also upset. I went to him and I told him, hey, I bought from this place just this day and you charge me more. Why is that? Like, it's shame. Yeah. So I was really fed up. Anyway, Luxor, we saw the Valley of the Kings, the temples. Wow, wow, wow. Very well, very amazed, very amazed. I recommend it. You have, when you buy the entry ticket, you have 3 temples only to visit, which is very small amount. So you need, for all others, you need to buy more. And you need to buy it in advance, or maybe at the cafeteria you can buy. So, or you can tip the guard by the entry of the temple and you enter. One of the temples costs much more than even the entry ticket. It's very expensive, but they said that it's impressive. Sorry, we didn't buy it. But we saw the others and I was really happy with them. Very impressive, very colorful. Yeah, and inside there are also guards who will tell you, oh, they will directly like grab your phone to take picture for you and ask you for money. Or they tell you, oh, I will let you go to this side to have a good view, but this is not, it's forbidden to go there. But I will let you go there. You go there, and then they give me money. And anyway, that place is open. Ah, la, la. Yeah. Yeah. So don't let them take your phone. And if they tell you, oh, let me take picture for you, you don't need to take a selfie, they will charge you for money. Well, you don't need to pay, but it will be like weird not to. Yeah, and take your food and water there, because there's one cafeteria. I think they overcharge there, but that's normal. It's the only place where you can buy food. Yeah, so there you can go to Karnak Temple, to Luxor. Is it called Luxor Temple? I forgot. Anyway, yeah, many things to see, many places to see. So in Egypt, the things that will cost you the most are the touristic places, especially if you don't look Arabic. And even me, well, I look Arabic, but just my clothes were not local, so I was asked many times to show my passport because I was buying the Arabic entry ticket. And then I was speaking in Arabic. Well, my Arabic was not really like the perfect Egyptian Arabic, but yeah, they understood me. I was also trying my best. I also watched one episode of an Arabic film just to refresh my Arabic. Yeah, so this will cost you the most because you're a tourist and you need to get into those places. That's it. I think taxi was cheap. The accommodation, well, don't go with the cheap one. If you want cleanliness, go with more expensive. Well, maybe like you pay the same as in your country, but you will get better. Basics, better basics, I can say. Yeah. And then the food. I was very happy that we had so many options for vegetarians. We had the lentil soup. Other soups, they do them with meat, but with lentil soup, so good. And always ask for lemon, because when you squeeze lemon on it, it's even extra tasty. So that you have tamia or falafel. They do their falafel with fava beans, super tasty. They have koshari. Koshari, though, I recommend to go to places where there is a lot of people going and getting out, because there is big turnover and the food will taste better. And also check